Once upon a time, in a kingdom surrounded by mountains shaped like sleeping giants and forests that whispered secrets from ancient times, there lived a wise but troubled king. For all his wealth and power, something perplexed him so deeply that he scarcely slept at night. He had 12 daughters, each more graceful and lovely than the last. Their chamber was the finest in the castle, with a single heavy oak door that the king locked securely every night. And yet every morning, the princesses emerged from their room smiling mysteriously, while their silk slippers lay worn through at the soles, as though they had danced all night. This happened night after night. No one saw them leave. No sound came from their chamber.
How can this be?
How can this be? Where do they go and why won't they tell me?
It is unnatural. The slippers are destroyed by magic.
Guards kept watch outside the locked door, but they heard nothing unusual. And still, the slippers grew thinner, frayed, and ruined.
What secret steals my daughter's rest?
The king grew desperate. At last, he proclaimed throughout the kingdom, "Whoever can discover where my daughters go each night and how their slippers become worn shall choose one of them as his bride and inherit half my kingdom. But those who attempt and fail shall lose their life."
Whoever uncovers the mystery shall inherit half my kingdom and choose one daughter as his bride.
Many noble princes came, enticed by the challenge and the reward. They stayed in the castle for 3 nights each, attempting to uncover the mystery, yet every one of them failed. The princesses behaved politely each evening, offered their guests a goblet of wine,
A toast to your journey, Prince.
Thank you, Princess.
wished them a good night, and by morning their slippers were worn as always, while the princes slept so deeply that nothing could wake them. Eventually, the kingdom grew fearful. Fewer dared to try. One autumn evening, when the wind carried the scent of fallen apples and distant bonfires, a young soldier came traveling along the main road. He had fought bravely in a distant war and was returning home with little money but a hopeful heart. Hearing of the king's proclamation, he decided to attempt the challenge, not out of greed, but out of curiosity and a desire for a peaceful life. On his way to the capital, he met an old woman sitting beside the road, her cloak the color of storm clouds. "Where are you headed, young man?" she asked. "To the king's court," he replied. "I seek to solve the mystery of the 12 dancing princesses." The old woman's eyes sparkled. "You are wise to speak honestly. Many have tried and failed, but they did not take advice. Will you?" "Gladly," said the soldier. She handed him a small cloak woven from threads finer than spider silk. "This is a cloak of invisibility," she explained. "When worn, no eye can see you, not even the princesses. Do not drink the wine they offer at night, for it is enchanted and will cast you into a heavy sleep. Instead, pretend to drink, then wear this cloak and follow them. Only then will the truth reveal itself." The soldier thanked her deeply. When he looked back after taking a few steps, the old woman had vanished as though she were made of mist. That evening, the soldier arrived at the castle. The king greeted him with a mixture of hope and sorrow. "Your task is simple in words, but hard in truth," the king said. "Observe my daughters for 3 nights. Discover their secret, and fortune shall be yours. Fail, and your life is forfeit." The soldier bowed. "I will do my best, Your Majesty." The 12 princesses soon entered the great hall. They looked like a bouquet of living flowers, each dressed in a different color and adorned with jewels that shimmered like constellations. The eldest princess, Princess Helena, greeted the soldier warmly. "Welcome, sir. We hope your stay will be pleasant." Another, Princess Leora, offered him a goblet of shimmering wine. He remembered the old woman's warning. Pretending to drink, he let the wine spill into a potted plant beside him. The princesses exchanged small glances. At the hour of midnight, the king locked the princess's chamber door and placed guards outside. The soldier was escorted inside the room and given a bed in the corner. He lay down, closed his eyes, and breathed slowly, pretending to sleep. When the tower clock chimed 12 times, the princesses gathered around Helena's bed.
Do you think he really sleeps?
Whispered the youngest Princess Illity. Helena peered at the soldier. Deeply, she murmured. They always are.
Hold still, little one. It's almost time.
I'm just scared, Helena.
The soldier waited until they began opening hidden drawers and pulling out dancing gowns, glittering like moonlight. Then he slipped on the invisibility cloak.
It's just the wind, Elodie. Come on, they're waiting.
Helena clapped her hands, and suddenly a hollow sound rang beneath the floorboards. A panel slid aside, revealing a spiral staircase descending into darkness. The princesses laughed with delight and began their descent. The soldier followed, careful not to brush against them. The stairs spiraled downward for such a long time that the soldier wondered if they reached the center of the earth. At last, they emerged into a forest lit by glowing trees of silver, gold, and diamond. Their branches chimed softly in the wind that did not exist. The princesses danced lightly across a silver bridge spanning a quiet lake. Beneath its surface, schools of luminous fish glided like drifting stars. The soldier broke a small branch from one of the golden trees to serve as evidence. Beyond the lake rose a magnificent palace of crystal. Its doors opened themselves, revealing a great ballroom. Inside waited 12 princes, handsome and strange, each dressed in royal finery. Yet their eyes shone too brightly, their smiles a little too sharp. The music began, haunting and beautiful. The 12 princesses partnered with the 12 princes and danced with wild joy as though the rising sun would steal their happiness away forever. The soldier watched silently for hours as they danced until their slippers were indeed worn through. When the music faded at last, the princesses departed, weary but smiling. He followed them back up the stairs. By the time the first morning light touched the castle walls, the princesses slipped into their beds, pretending to be asleep.
Another night, another mystery. What binds them there?
The soldier lay down as well. The next night was the same, though the princesses spoke in hushed tones about the strange rustling they had heard the night before. Perhaps the staircase wood is warping, Helena said, though she sounded uneasy.
Something feels wrong tonight. It's all right, Elodie. It's just the music.
The soldier broke a branch from a silver tree this time.
Tonight, I'll find the truth. I swear it.
On the third night, he plucked a small diamond leaf and kept it hidden in his boot. He had now seen enough. In the morning, the king summoned him. "My son, have you discovered the truth?" he asked with trembling voice. "I have, your majesty." The princesses stood nearby, pale and anxious. "Their slippers are worn," he said softly, "because they descend each night into an underground palace where 12 princes await them. They dance until dawn." The king gasped. The princesses lowered their heads. "To prove my tale, I bring these." He laid before the king a golden branch, a silver branch, and a diamond leaf, each shimmering with unearthly light. The king turned to his daughters. "Is this true?" Helena stepped forward, tears in her eyes. "It is, father. But the princes, they are not what they seem." The eldest princess explained that many years ago, the 12 princes had been cursed and trapped underground. Lonely and bound by magic, they enchanted the princesses to visit them nightly. Though the princesses enjoyed dancing, they were unable to resist the enchantment or reveal the secret. The king, though heartbroken, wept with relief to know the truth at last. "You have saved my daughters from a curse," said the king to the soldier. "Choose any one of them as your bride." The soldier thought for a long moment. Each princess was kind and beautiful, but it was Princess Elodie, the youngest, who had looked especially remorseful during the confession, whose heart seemed gentlest, whose smile warmed the shadows of the underground realm. He chose her. Elodie blushed but replied, "If you will have me, I shall gladly be your wife." The kingdom celebrated for 7 days, with feasts, parades, fireworks, and dancing far more joyful and less enchanted than the princesses had known in years. As for the cursed princes, the king summoned wise mages and broken-hearted queens from nearby lands. Over time, they succeeded in lifting the enchantment. The princes returned to their own kingdom, grateful and free. Princess Elodie and the soldier, now a prince, lived peacefully in the kingdom. He never used the cloak again, but he kept it in a wooden chest as a reminder of the mysterious adventure that had changed his life.
Thank you for finding us.
Thank you for trusting me.